In today's video, we take a look at woman who followed the social train and now has hit the wall, and this guy here who refused to pay for the food of this rude woman.
Is it gonna be one check or two checks?
Am I getting lucky tonight?
Not at all.
Two checks.
One of the reasons I stopped dating online, and you may want to, is this. The whole swipe thing, okay? So it's all based on looks, right? So we all do it, right? Oh, he's cute, right. Oh, no. Listen, this is what I found out. Most of the men that I would be interested in my age range, and remember, I'm a little older, they're not out there like, you know, taking all these selfies, and they're living their lives. And the manly men, they hardly even have any photos of themselves. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, be out at the hunt club or whatever? Hey, dude, can you know, take a picture of me for my dating profile? No, they're not. And what I found is those are the men that I like, you know, the men that are not like the most good looking men by conventional standards, or, you know, I mean, everybody likes a pretty face, right? But I'm looking for somebody who is the life partner for me. So, you know I passed up a lot of really good men because I was doing like everybody else, swipe. So, you know, think about that. Like, they're out there living their lives. They're not necessarily taking these photos for their dating profiles.
I guarantee in her youth she was also one of those women who only wanted the top guy, and average men were non-existent for her, and now as she has hit the wall, she wants to date a normal guy. But sorry ma'am, the men you are looking for are fed up of being seen as secondary choice, or someone you don't really respect from your heart, because that's what the modern woman has been taught is called by this young boy here.
The definition of feminism is equality between men and women, if you look it up on Google. In this presentation, I'm going to prove to you that in 2016 is not the case. There was a first wave of feminism, the suffragettes who campaigned for the vote and for equality, and then there was second wave feminism in around the 60s, campaigning for equality in domestic gender roles and things like that. So, and then recently there's been a third wave feminism, who have consistently lied about things. For example, the wage gap between men and women. That is a lie. 77 cents to the dollar is a lie. It doesn't take into account the different hours worked by men and women on average in jobs. It doesn't take into account the different jobs that men and women do. And it doesn't take into account many other factors. Once you factor all these in, it is statistically irrelevant. The wage gap. This is just one example of the lies that have been perpetrated by modern third wave feminism. They hate free speech. They don't like it when their opinions are challenged. They try to ban words like bossy, and they try to ban things on Twitter. They try to ban people from having their opinion. They don't like other people's opinions. The imbalances on people have flipped, and feminism says that it's about equality, but I've never once seen a feminist campaign against the fact that, on average, women, if they a man, they get 2 years, 3 years in jail. But if it happens the other way around, it's 20 years. Surely if they're about equality, shouldn't it be the same for both genders? But gender imbalances include the massive suicide rate of men under 30. I've never heard a feminist or a third wave feminist once speak about how bad this is. It's not about equality. It's not. It's about lying. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Yes, it is about lying and destroying the lives of many men, and women as well, but still it's the men who have faced the most problems in this case, and women are the one causing it, because of their delusional acts.
Because I don't believe, well, I believe in equality, but I don't believe in feminism because I believe that that's not about equality.
Originally, feminism was created because there was an imbalance.
Yeah.
And originally it was the imbalance between men and women.
This is the
teacher.
teacher.
The idea now is not feminism being an imbalance of gender, but being equality of all. You talk a lot about men versus women, but what about people who call themselves transgender? What about people that perhaps don't identify with a gender at all?
In relation to what?
How they should be perceived by society. Do they not count in the idea of feminism?
Well, no, because feminism, if you look up the definition, which if you ask a feminist, they'll always refer you to, is about the push for women's rights and equality between men and women.
If I call myself a feminist, I wouldn't say that I battle for the rights of women. I would say I battle for the rights of equality. So when we talk about the shift of language and definitions, is it not fair to say the definitions shift and change depending on the need within society?
Well, just because you say you are something doesn't mean that that's what the movement is about. So I could say that I'm a radical jihadist. Doesn't mean that I'm a radical jihadist.
This boy is good, and it was refreshing to see that not all of our youth is brainwashed into believing these type of things. But what triggered my concern is that a young boy has so much common sense, but his teacher lacks it in its entirety.
Can someone please explain to me what it is with these guys trying to date you? Agree that they want to go on a date, they want to go out, they want to get to know you more, and then refuse to actually make a plan to do so. It's not rocket science. I'm a pretty easygoing person. I like food. And I eat cheap because I don't eat a lot. I'm pretty satisfied with like chips and queso. So I'm not following this whole let's agree to go out sometime, but never actually make a plan. Am I missing something? Is it like y'all want to have like a fan club? Just like a club of women that you know are interested in you, but you're just not ever gonna actually go any further than the conversation that's not even actually in person? I'm not following. And I'm honestly getting real tired of it. Literally said the other day to a guy, take me on a date. He said, I could do that. We tried to go out or agree on one night. That night, he ended up not feeling well. And then he said that he was free the day after the next and missing in action. Ask him, hey, you want to set something up for this week? No response. Guys, get it together.
What you are not understanding is that men only see you as damaged goods and nothing else. You had your time when you were young. You had many options which I am sure you must have exercised, but now as you have grown old, that attention you were used to is not going to be the same. Get used to it.
Hey there. It's about time I got on TikTok because my life is an absolute riot. Hold on. What?
Don't say that you're over 50.
My daughter's telling me not to tell anybody I'm over 50, but that's half the story. Anything else?
No.
Single mom, over 50, living in a bus, trying to date now. This is going to make a good story, so hang in there, stay tuned. I'll be sending up a next video pretty soon. See ya.
Right.